Welcome to the Success Fitness Podcast. I am your host, Christian Evans. This podcast is about improving our relationship with nutrition and exercise to achieve success in our fitness journey. And I'll help us do just that. But first, I need to figure out what this pain in my chest is before I drive myself crazy. Do I have cancer? Why is this the worst situation, the first option I thought of? I'll tell you more about this story, but first, a word from our sponsors. Did you achieve success in your fitness journey and want to share it with the world? Are you a health or fitness professional that can share your expertise to help those who haven't yet? If yes, then you could be my next guest on the Success Fitness Podcast. Click the link in my bio to sign up, then set up your profile. Once set up, book your slot. I hope to have you on my podcast soon. Are you in the Peoria, Illinois area? Are you looking for a personal trainer that will focus on you to help achieve success in your fitness journey? If yes, please book your in-person or Zoom one-on-one personal training sessions with me, Christian Evans, at christiansweightsuccess.net. It's March of 2022, the day before St. Patrick's Day, but I believe my luck is running out. I need to know what this pain in my chest is before I drive myself crazier than I am. Is it cancer? I don't want to die of breast cancer like my mother. Why is this the worst situation, the first option I thought of? According to nationalbreastcancer.org, less than 1% of all breast cancer cases develop in men, and only 1 in 1,000 men will ever be diagnosed with breast cancer. Chances for that happening to me is slim, according to that website, but for the fact I watched my mother take her last breath from breast cancer, you can see how I could think that. This has to be the summer of 2016, and I'm at Gold's Gym trying out a new leg exercise, barbell split squats on the Smith machine. Part of my exercise development is targeting muscle groups I don't like. What that looks like is trying new exercises for said muscle group. My thought process is maybe the reason I don't like to target this specific muscle group could be because I've yet to find the right exercise that'll make it enjoyable. I believe working out should be a joyous experience. As you know, I don't like leg day at all. At that point, leg day was not joyous. I caught myself trying out this split squat, and on my last rep, I felt something in my left hamstring uncoil as I stood up from the kneeling lunge position. It was painful to my leg and ego as I limped out the gym that day. Here I am trying something new, and boom, I get hurt. I'll never do that exercise again. Needless to say, I never got that checked out. I rested for a few days until it healed, so I thought, but it came back to pay me a visit. It's election day 2020, and I'm working out in my home gym. Guess what day it is? Leg day. Up to this point, that hamstring had been giving me some issues, but they were little, so I chucked it up to healing and adjusting. I'm feeling good. I have the crisp November air filling my gym. I have CT Fletcher playing on the TV via YouTube. Watching others work out is motivation for me to get started on my workout. At the same time, I have the music blasting. You Don't Know, the remix with Jay-Z and MOP. The horns in that song gets me so amped up. I have 225 pounds on my back. It's my fourth set of 10 barbell squats. I'm on my 9th rep and I feel I can go to at least 15. On that 14th rep, I felt something on my left side, but I pushed past that little pain because CT is in my left peripheral with ISYMFS on his chest. If you don't know, Google it. I got 15 reps, but at what price? This feeling in my lower back is so painful. I can barely walk up the stairs, let alone put on my socks. What did I do to myself? Needless to say, I never got that checked out. It's the morning of March 2022, the day before St. Patrick's Day, but I believe my luck is running out. I need to figure if this pain in my chest is cancer or some type of muscle soreness that won't go away. I'm about 12 minutes into my morning cardio session in my home gym. I chose to run on the treadmill this morning versus riding the stationary bike. My headphones are in, music on blast, DJ Khaled featuring Her and Migos, we going crazy. I like how they sample Shorty Low, They Don't Know. This beat gives me a nice pace to run at though. The cool spring air is flowing through my gym because I have all the doors in the house open. This causes a cycle of air to flow through the house. When I sweat, I can barely feel it because the air cools it almost instantly. This tells me I need to run faster to warm my body up. As the song continues to play, we going crazy. I ask myself the same thing because this feeling in my right pec, I'm starting to question. I only feel it when I run or the day after chest day. My grandmother told me a closed mouth don't get fed. So if I wanted to find out what this feeling is, I'll have to ask for help. Later that day, I asked my girlfriend, what should I do about this feeling in my chest? She reminded me, you have insurance now. Go get it checked out. The importance of health insurance and the need to have it is something I didn't think too much of in my younger years. Now that I'm older, I realize how much I need it. The last time I had health insurance was about 15 years ago when I worked for the hospital. Since then, I've been living off of God's grace. The two injuries I mentioned earlier, the reason why I never got those checked out is because I didn't have any insurance. A few podcasts back, I believe I shared with you how I developed an epidermal cyst from bench pressing. If I have it, inbox me and I'll share you that story. December of 2021, I was able to sign up in the open enrollment and get some insurance, and it's been the best choice I've made in regards to my health. With it, I was able to schedule an appointment to get checked out by my general practitioner, Dr. Williams. I let her know about what was going on with my chest and my concerns, if it was cancer. After testing, she assured me it wasn't. What I was feeling was the result of an injury I suffered last summer. I had a cyst in the epidermis drained, and the result of that caused some scarring of my tissue, therefore resulting in the feeling I was having in my chest. Whew. I was relieved when she told me that. She prescribed me some topical cream to apply daily to that area, and I've been feeling better ever since. We also talked about my other ailments and injuries, which resulted in setting up and attending my first physical therapy or rehab session. Now I'm on the other side. I have to listen and follow the directions of my physical therapist. She assigns exercises that I can do at home to strengthen that nagging lower back, high glute injury I've had for the past few years. And I'm so glad I got the insurance to finally get to the root of it. Now, why am I telling you this? So you can take care of your body. Don't be afraid to ask questions. You only get one life. There's no respawning like a video game. Well, not that I know of. So take care of your body. I know I have a female dominated audience, but this is especially for the fellas. Get some insurance. Personally, I have Blue Cross Blue Shield. This podcast episode is not sponsored at all, but this is what I have. If you have some, salute. Get checked up, get your blood work done. Again, don't be afraid to ask questions. If you don't have any insurance, let Google be your friend. And for the third time, fellas, don't be afraid to ask questions. Maybe one of your friends can help you as well. Take care of yourself. You only get one life. When I wrote this, I had fellas in mind because we are really not privy to the doctor, going to the doctor, or being used to going to the doctor for checkups, right? That is mainly a female thing. Females have been, I would say, more indoctrinated to be comfortable with going to the doctor from an early age. They have a lot more going on biologically than we do. But that is not necessarily 100% true. They just have their own things they have to deal with. And fellas, we have our own things that we have to deal with, but we are pretty much taught to, just toughen up. I don't need to see no doctor. I don't need to, get checked up. I'll just put, little Robitussin on it or, icy hot and I'll be okay. At least that was how I thought, at least how I was kind of brought up, right? It's just, just be tough. Don't ask any questions. If you do, you're being soft, or, you just think that your body will heal. Well, your body will heal, right? But as you get older, that process can take a little bit longer. And with that being said, you may not know if it's something more serious. And that's exactly what I was feeling when I was running on the treadmill. I'm like, all right, this should have went away by now, right? Or it's something new. So I was in between, this is familiar and this is something new. And being that it was in my chest, I immediately thought about my mother. Man, her passing away from breast cancer. I didn't know she was going to pass that day, or when she did pass. She went in on a Wednesday, I believe, and she passed on a Saturday. And it happened so fast for me. You know, I was 25 at the time. I didn't know it was as serious as it is, you know, then. You know, I just thought everything was, you know, she was going to recover. But that's just, you know, wasn't her cards, right? And so that is where my mind went to, you know, as far as breast cancer, right? I'm like, what is this? And thank God that, you know, I've been blessed to be around intelligent people, being around people who are looking out for me. And December 2021, that's when I finally got some health insurance. My girlfriend had been on me for a while, and we've been talking about getting insurance because, you know, she sees I'm injured sometimes. I'm always doing something in my gym, injuring myself or have a workout injury or whatever. And just the importance of health insurance and getting things checked up, you know, blood work and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Because, you know, as of this podcast recording, I will be 41 in a few months, you know, and 41 is not the same as 31, not the same as 35. It's not even the same as 39. When I hit 40, a lot of crazy stuff has happened. A lot of crazy things have been happening to me this past year of, you know, being 40. Somebody asked me the other day is, you know, how is 41 treating you? And my reply, I'm here. I'm alive. And I can't say that's all you can ask for, but that's all you really can ask for is, you know, I'm going to be here. I'm here. I'm in my right mind. You know, according to some people, I'm in my right mind and, you know, I'm in good health. I'm in decent health. I need to be in better health. But there are a lot of things that I would say we cannot fix as men if we don't know all the information. You know, example of I had some pain in my chest and I cannot fix that if I don't know exactly what it is. If I cannot diagnose it, I need to go to a professional that can. And I had to swallow my pride, you know, to realize, okay, I needed some help. I needed some help. Fellas, don't be so prideful to a point to where you don't want to ask for help. You know, if you have insurance, great. I salute you because maybe I'm just late to the party. Maybe it is me. Maybe I'm late to the party, to the insurance party, and having that security, that, what do you call it? That peace of mind, knowing that, hey, if I get, you know, injured or something happens, or if I have a question, if I'm not feeling right, if my breathing is off, then I can go get checked out without it costing literally an arm and a leg. Right. So do your Googles, do your research and get some insurance. It's really important. It's really important. Again, you know, I hadn't had insurance for about 15, 16 years, you know, and I've been literally living off of God's grace. The hamstring injury was tough. You know, but I'm like, oh, you know, just chuck it up, whatever, gym injury. You know, we've all had gym injuries and like, oh, whatever. I'll just put some icy hot on and put some ice on and just rest and go with it from there. I really should have got it checked out, but I didn't because I didn't have any insurance. So it was, all right, you got to toughen up, Buttercup. You know, when my lower back went out, like I had to cancel sessions for like 2 days and I never wanted to do that. I couldn't even put on my shoes. I couldn't put on my shoes, but I did not even get that checked up. I just chucked it up and try to let it heal on its own, you know, and to a point to where like right now, as we speak, I'm still somewhat dealing with it. And after this podcast recording, I am going to log into my app that my physical therapist told me to download and do these home exercises that she assigned me. So this is all important. This is all for the betterment of me because we only get one life. That's one thing that I'm really honing in on heading into 41, that we only get one life. There's only one life to live, one life to cherish. And it's just up to us. It's really up to us individually to take care of ourselves, because who else is going to do it? Who else is going to do it? Nobody's going to do it. For me, like I said, my mother is gone. That was in my heart, and even she was not going to take care of me for, all my days, or all the days that, she's been, alive. Right. So it's just me. And so I'm telling you, fellas, it's just you. Get yourself some insurance, get checked up, get your blood work done, deal with the truth of what your body is going through right now. That way you can come up with a plan to ensure longevity in your life. It's really serious. If you really want to be here and be on this planet, be a part of society, be a part of the lives of people that love you and care for you, get checked out. But first, get some insurance if you don't have any. But if you do, if you're just paying and not utilizing it, utilize it. Utilize it, fellas. So if you got insurance, utilize it. If you got a question about, how your stomach is feeling, or your back, or whatever. I know in a couple of years, we got to get some prostate exams going on. It's something that we don't want to talk about. If, you're afraid about it, just find a support group. Use Google, use these social media apps to help you out, to connect with people that can, help ease that fear or that nervousness. If you found inspiration in today's podcast and would like to support, then sign up to my weekly newsletter, the Success Fitness Newsletter, to get 10% off my new e-cookbook, What's a Meal Prep for Beginners, when you click the link in my bio or show notes. It includes 3 recipes for one high protein meal under 600 calories, step-by-step written instructions, video tutorials, and a free workout ebook. Again, the link is in the show notes. And this brings us to the end of another episode of the Success Fitness Podcast. Thank you for listening. And remember this: when the pressures of life begin to weigh on you, the mentality of more weight must set in. The only thing that situation can do is make you stronger. If any situation is not making you stronger, simply chant more weight, more weight, more weight. Peace out.